So off we go for JV girls basketball opening as the Ramblers get the ball right away up for the shot, and it is good. So right away 2-0. I'm joined here by Landon Isinga as we have a matchup of, it's going to be the Kingsley Stags facing McBain Ramblers. And we're opening here for girls basketball. First game of the season for both JV and varsity here tonight. And hopefully we have some good games.
Oh, yeah.
So now there's going to be a foul against the Ramblers. It will go to the Stags. It's going to be number 3, Lainey Osborne, taking it out. Osborne going to pass it to Berge. Berge back to Osborne, blocked by Jane Cucci. So it's going to be out of bounds on the Ramblers, so it will remain Stags ball. Michaela Berge taking it out. Gonna pass is gonna be blocked out once again by Jane Cucci.
She's doing a pretty good job on getting there to the pass.
Yeah, not leaving any lanes open whatsoever so far to start this game out. It's going to be out to Osborne. Osborne taking her time with it, trying to find a lane. Going to pass it up front. Going to be taken by Madeline Reinick. Over to number 24. That is Ashlyn Hoydinga for the shot, and it is good. So 4-0 now for the Ramblers, taking an early lead. Going to be Lainey Osborne passing it out. Trouble with it will be Deer. Deer coming in with it. Deer going to pass it out to her teammate for the shot. No good. Rebounded by the Ramblers. Coming down the court is number 12, Hoydinga. Hoydinga going to pass it out to Cucci. Cucci for the shot. Good. So 6-0, 7 minutes to go.
So far, great defense by the McBain Ramblers right now.
It's going to be Michaela Berge coming in with it. Trouble with it. Going to pass it out. Taken by Cucci. Cucci coming down with it. Going to pass it out to Reining. Reining for the shot. No good. Rebounded by Hoydinga. Hoydinga, it is good. So 8-0. The Ramblers just dominating so far in the first minute and a half. Going to be a pass out to number 24, Patton. Patton out to Deer. Deer coming in with it for the shot. No good. Rebounded by a Rambler. Going to fall on it. That was number 12, Annika Hoydinga. So far, the Ramblers on defense getting stops over and over, and now 8-0 lead.
A lot of that could be from a lot of rebounds they've been putting up. And just like guys basketball last week, I mean, rebounds were crucial for them, and it's going to be crucial here too.
Yeah, and if you can dominate that rebound game, always getting that ball back, you can easily score and take leads.
For sure.
It's going to be Berge now. Berge going to pass it out, stolen by, that's Cucci. Sorry. Cucci coming in with it, going to pass it into the paint. Back to Cucci. Over to Reining. Reining to Hoydinga. Hoydinga going to have a lot of defenders. Cucci for three. No good. Got 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Going to be Staggs' ball now. Going to be passed over to Robinson. Robinson going to go to Berge. Lots of defenders on Berge. Berge going to pass it to number 10. That is McKinley. McKinley's shot is no good. Rebounded by Cucci. So as we said, that rebound game, a crucial part in winning ball games. Going to be passed out to Hoydinga. Hoydinga for the shot. No good. Rebounded by number 12. Also Hoydinga. Taken by the Stags. In comes McKinley. McKinley going to stop and be a foul.
It almost seems like Kingsley's defense is actually getting into their groove now. It's just that their offense needs to start putting up more points here.
Yeah, for sure. And you credit that to the Ramblers' defense, just getting stops, getting rebounds, not letting any passing lanes up, nothing in the paint especially.
Yeah.
It will be McKinley to take it out. So McKinley going to toss it to her teammate who's going to shoot. No good. Rebounded by her. Should be out. It will be out on the Ramblers. That was Patton with the ball. So McKinley once again. Going to pass it out to Patton. Patton going to go to Deer. Deer going to go to McKinley. McKinley. Pass is going to be trouble. It's going to be taken back by McKinley, but then Hoydinga coming in, getting the ball. Going to pass it right back to Ashlyn Hoydinga. Hoydinga over to Cucci. Cucci over to number 11. Shot is no good. That was Kaylin Torrey with the shot. Going to be rebounded by a Rambler, though. It's going to be Cucci. Cucci loses the ball, taken by the Stags. It's going to be McKinley now with it. McKinley has trouble with it. Stolen by Fansett. Fansett for the two. Easy. So 10-0. Ramblers have a little more trouble scoring, but still great defense.
For sure.
Come shop at the family-owned Lakeside Hardware, where you'll always leave satisfied. We pride ourselves at giving customers top-of-the-line products such as Benjamin Moore paint, Traeger grills, Uni ovens, and much more. We provide great tools from companies like Milwaukee and DeWalt, but our best product is our customer service. Our friendly staff is always happy to help you get what you need to make a perfect house better. The price is always right here at Lakeside Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Back to it after the timeout. Stags ball. Osborne to take it out. Looking for a teammate to pass it to. Going to give it to McKinley. McKinley coming down the court. Going to get a pick. Trouble with it. Passing it out. Wobbly pass. And then it's going to be stolen by Hoydinga. Hoydinga coming down the court. Annika Hoydinga. It's going to be a foul that I believe that is on the Stags. So Hoydinga now going to come to the line.
With that last Kingsley drive, it looks to me like most of their offense is based around the pass, but they're having a tiny bit of trouble getting it to their players, but they're doing a good job in keeping it alive.
Yeah, and that Ramblers defense just filling all the gaps, no lanes to pass the ball, and that's what the Stags are trying to do, as you said. Just find lanes, keep the ball moving around to find holes in that defense, but they're not finding any. First free throw is no good. Second free throw is good. So now it's going to be an 11-point lead. The Stags still being shut out. Going to be Osborne to take it out here now. Osborne going to pass it out to Deere. Deere coming past half court with it. Deere coming into the paint, looking for the shot. No good. Great defense. Hoydinga going to get the ball, pass it out to, that was number 3, Fansett. Fansett going to pass it to Hinton. Hinton going to pass it to Hoydinga. Hoydinga going to get fouled. It's going to be a travel on Hoydinga. So now an opportunity for the Stags to maybe put some points on. We'll see. It's going to be Osborne. Osborne over to McKinley. McKinley back to Osborne. Osborne past half court. Osborne going to pass it out to Deere. Deere going to come in with it, have trouble with it, get it back, go for the shot, going to travel. So that shot was good. Would have put the first points on the board, but unfortunately, too much traveling.
Yeah. They did find an open lane, so they're starting to figure out this Rambler defense a little bit better.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be Kalen Torrey now with it. Torrey going to pass it out to Fansett. Fansett over to Hoydinga. Hoydinga going to get it blocked, will get the rebound, and then there will be a foul. It's going to be on the Ramblers, so back Stags will get that ball back. Never mind, it won't be on the Ramblers. So Hoydinga to the line. First free throw, good. So 12-0 now.
So far, it seems more like a defensive game to the start.
Yeah, 12 points in the first 5 minutes. I mean, that's a solid pace, but the Ramblers' defense has been the highlight so far. As the second free throw is good, it's going to go out to Osborne. Osborne going to go way down court to Deere. Deere coming in with it, going to get defenders all over her. The pass is going to go out of bounds, but there was a foul. So to the line will go number 30, Maddie Robinson. Never mind. It's going to be Olivia Deere to the line. We'll see now. This is a really good opportunity to break that ceiling. I mean, if you're the Stags, you got to get points on the board here. No good. So now you really just want to score here.
Yeah.
You don't want to get shut out for the first quarter. You got 3 minutes to go at least. As the second free throw is up and no good. Rebounded by Hoytinga, has trouble going to be rebounded by Robinson. Robinson going to pass it out to Osborne. Osborne to McKinley. McKinley for the long three, and it is good. So that's a momentum starter for the Stags.
Putting points on the board. Great job on passing that around, too.
So now it's going to be Torrey. Torrey over to Hinton. Hinton back to Torrey. Torrey over to Hoytinga. Hoytinga over to Hoytinga, but it is out of bounds. In comes Jane Cucci for Kalen Torrey.
So far, good defense by the Stags.
It's going to be Cucci taking it out. Going to pass it over to Hinton. Hinton over to Hoytinga. Hoytinga over to Cucci. Cucci over to Hoytinga. Hoytinga for the two, right through. So just some great offense passing around that ball to get that easy, too. Oh, Cucci. You've seen her all over, not letting any passes through today.
She's been a key player for this Ramblers team. I mean, she's been on defense, she's been on offense. You can't really stop her.
So it will remain Stags ball after it was out of bounds on Cucci. So Osborne over to McKinley. McKinley having trouble with it, stolen by Torrey. Torrey for two, no good. So now here comes McKinley back with the rebound, past half court. McKinley for the long two, I believe. No good. Rebounded by a Stag. Trouble with it, a lot of defenders on. For three, no good. It's going to be Hoytinga with the rebound, trouble with it. It's going to go out to a Stag. Stag for two, good. That was number 22, Olivia Deere, with the rebound and the shot.
Seems like to me a lot of this Kingsley's offense, besides passing it around, is also just shooting threes.
So now it's going to be Jane Cucci out to Kalen Torrey. Kalen Torrey looking for somebody, finds Hoytinga. Hoytinga for two, no good. Rebounded by another Hoytinga. Hoytinga for two, no good. It's going to be a foul now on a Stag, so it will be Annika Hoytinga coming to the line. So Hoytinga's first free throw is right through and good, so the Ramblers now lead by 9 or 11. Second free throw, it's good as well, so 17-5. 1 minute 31 to go. Stags ball. It's going to be number 24, Brooklyn Patton, to take it out. Patton out to McKinley. McKinley crosses half court. Going to be a foul. It's a reach in from Cucci. So now it's going to be Michaela Berge. Berge going to hit McKinley. McKinley looking for a teammate to pass. Back to Berge. Going to be another foul against the Ramblers.
It does seem to be a casualty with a defense like this. I mean, they like to be aggressive. They like to put their hands in the way of the ball, which is unfortunate because it'll also often end in a reach or a foul.
For sure. We've seen a lot of fouls, but also this aggressive defense has been working. We've seen the steals, the rebounds, all that tight defense, and it's been working 17-5. So now it will come to the line. It's going to be Michaela Berge. Try to put them within 10. First one, no good. Second shot, No good as well. It's going to be rebounded by Hoydinga. Hoydinga over to Reining. Reining going to go back to Hoydinga. Hoydinga charging in at the 3. Over to Torrey. Torrey over to Fansett. Fansett to Hoydinga. Hoyding for 2. No good. Rebounded by, I forget. Pass to number 24, Brooklyn Patton. Back to Berge. Berge to McKinley. McKinley for 3. No good. Rebounded. Passed out to Berge. Stolen by Reining. Reining charging in with multiple defenders. Gonna be a foul.
So far, pretty good defense by both teams.
So it will be Stag's ball. It's gonna be out to McKinley. McKinley at half court, gonna pass it to Berge. Berge out to Deer. Gonna be rebounded by a Hoydinga. Hoydinga over to Reining. Got a lot of open space. Gonna go for the 2. Gonna be foul. So now it's gonna be Reining to the free throw line. 6.5 seconds to go now, so if you're the Stags, you're going to need a quick score to keep yourself in this game as much as you can to end the first quarter. First free throw, no good. Second free throw up, and it is no good. Going to be rebounded by a Stag over to Berge. Berge coming down with 3 seconds to go. Berge out to McKinley. McKinley for the shot. No good. So that'll do it for the first quarter. Your score 17-5.
You know about McLain's excellence in auto repair and transmission work. Now he takes that same work ethic in selling mid-value SUVs and rest-free Southern trucks at an affordable price. These vehicles all have an exact description on his website at www.mclainsautosales.com, or you can just call today at 231-779-1394.
And we're back.
Yeah, definitely a great first quarter. Seen a good amount of scoring, but more so on defense, it's been stellar for both teams. I mean, the Stags struggling at the start, going down 10 points, but now fighting back a little. And that's definitely what you want to see to end a quarter, because this game's certainly not over with 3 quarters of play left to go. You can still fight back in.
I mean, it's good to see that they're finally alive. I mean, they had struggled for the first 3 minutes of the game, but as soon as they got those points on the board, their defense started playing a lot better, and so did their offense.
And, of course, if you're the Ramblers, you just got to stick to what was working in that first quarter. That great defense, stopping all the passes, and then scoring a lot more on offense is what you need to focus on. But it will be Ramblers' ball to start the second quarter. It's going to be Fansett to take it out. Fansett going to pass to Reining. Reining over to Torrey. Torrey over to Reining. No tough pass to make. Stolen by a Stag. Stolen by a Rambler. Falling on it is Torrey.
Great defense so far out of the gate by both teams. Similar to the first quarter there.
So it will be Stag's ball. It's going to be McKinley to take it out. McKinley over to Deer. Deer going to go back to McKinley. McKinley charging in, going to pass it. Going to be stolen by a Hoydinga. Hoydinga going to go to Torrey. Torrey going to go over to Reining. Reakt with some tough perimeter defense on her. It's going to be no good on that pass. But it will remain Ramblers' ball. It's going to be fan set to take it out. Fan set going to go way in the paint to Hoidinga. Hoidinga's shot is good, so great pass there to thread the needle and get it to Hoidinga for the 2. It's going to be Berge now. Berge going to go over to Strang. Strang over to Patton. Patton for 2. It is good, so 19-7. Going to be Tori now with the ball. Tori going to pass to Hoidinga. Hoidinga going to charge in on it. Passes it to the other Hoidinga. Hoidinga for 2. It is good. Hoidinga to Hoidinga, so Hoidinga can score. 21-7.
What a great teamwork they make.
Berge coming in for the shot, blocked by Hoidinga. Hoidinga once again over to Hoidinga. Hoidinga over to Reakt. Reakt for 2. Good. 23-7. Some quick scoring we're seeing here now. Back at it is Berge across half court. Berge gonna pass, gonna be touched out. It's touched out by a Stag, so it'll be Ramblers' ball. Gonna be Madeline Fansett to take it out. Fansett gonna pass it over to Cucci. Cucci gonna pass it way deep to Reakt. Reakt into the paint to Hoidinga. Hoidinga for 2. It's good once again, 25-7.
They say defense wins championships, but it also helps to have a good offense. And that is what McBain is showing right here.
Yeah, and I'm really liking what we're seeing from this McBain offense, just passing it deep into the paint for some easy shots. And it's been working so far. I mean, just a lot of scoring right away, something we didn't really see in the first quarter. It was few and far between. Like, it took 1 or 2 drives for each team to score. And now it's just ripping them off back and back and back.
Yeah.
Hi folks, our annual Taste of Christmas is back.
Come and sample holiday favorites before you buy.
We'll have delicious prime rib, ham, brisket, and corned beef.
Plus our homemade salads, cheese, sausages, and our gift boxes.
Join us in Reed City or Everett, December 7th from 11 to 3, or in Falmouth, December 14th from 11 to 3.
So much to taste and see this Christmas at Eva's General Store, all around the great towns of Falmouth, Reed City, and Everett.
Back to it now after the timeout, 25-7 Ramblers, second quarter.
Great jobs by both teams.
Yeah, but it's been more about the Ramblers. Great defense, and now all of a sudden they're showing a lot of scoring. It's been fun to watch.
Exciting.
Gonna be Stag's ball now. It's gonna be Patton over to Berge. Berge over to Strang. Strang having trouble with it. Gonna be taken by Patton. Patton over to Berge. Berge over to Strang. Strang to Patton. Smacked out by Hoidinga. Taken by number 3, Fansett. Fansett coming in with it now. Gonna pass it out to Cucci. Cucci gonna pass it to Reakt. Reakt to Hoidinga. Hoidinga with a good grab, but unable to reel it in. So the ball is back to the Stags. It's gonna be Berge now coming out with it. 5:25 to go in the second quarter. Berge over to Strang. Strang tried to get it to Patton, but I believe it might have hit a Rambler.
More defense, just like we've seen the whole game so far.
It's going to be Strang. Strang over to McKinley, blocked by Reakt.
Truly riveting.
It's going to be Berge now. Berge over to McKinley. McKinley foul on the Ramblers. So it's going to be Berge now. Berge over to McKinley, blocked by Reakt, taken by Strang. Strang over to McKinley. McKinley over to Berge. Berge with a block, takes the shot, no good. Rebounded by Hoydinga. Hoydinga coming down the court fast. Gonna pass it to Reakt. Reakt for the shot, good.
More rebounding.
So 27-7. It's gonna be McKinley to take it out now. And what a fast pace down the court, great score. It's gonna be McKinley now. McKinley over to Berge. Berge gonna try to pass it to her teammate for the three, no good. That was over to nope. It was over to Osborne.
There's so far been more threes than what you'd expect to see in a JV game.
Yeah, and so far I think we've only seen one go through for the Stags. It's gonna be Cucci now. Cucci over to Hinton. Hinton back to Cucci. Cucci gonna go to Hoydinga. Hoydinga back to Cucci. Cucci coming in with it. Back to Hoydinga. Hoydinga over to Hinton. Hinton for three, no good.
Another three.
So Cucci with the rebound and the shot, good. So 29-7, great rebound and shot from Cucci.
She's been a key player in this McBain offense.
It's gonna be McKinley now. McKinley out to Berge. Berge not able to reel it in. So the Ramblers get that ball right back after the score. Gonna be Cucci now. Cucci gonna go to Fansett. Fansett having trouble with it, makes her defender miss and charges in for a shot, no good. Rebounded by Hoydinga, no good. Rebounded by Fansett. It's gonna be a foul on the Stags now, so Ramblers will keep the ball after lots of rebounds. It's going to be Cucci now, out to Fansett. Fansett over to Hinton. Hinton over to Cucci. Cucci over to Zorn. Zorn over to Fansett. Fansett coming in with it. Fansett for the shot, no good. Rebounded by a Stag. Foul. Will be a foul on a Rambler though, so the Stags will keep it.
Another downside to having a very physical offense, or defense, sorry.
So now it's going to be Osborne over to McKinley. McKinley over back to Osborne. Osborne going to pass it to Berge. Berge going to try for the shot, going to be stopped by Cucci. Berge still with it, foul. Foul would be on Cucci, so Stag's gonna keep it. Gonna be McKinley to pass it out. McKinley over to Berge. Berge back to McKinley. McKinley coming round, passing it to Patton. Patton out to McKinley. McKinley out to Osborne. Osborne to Patton in the paint. Patton to Strang, over to Berge, over to Osborne for three, no good. So it's going to be rebounded by Hoydinga. Hoydinga going to give it to Cucci to cross the half court. Cucci going to go to Hinton. Hinton going to give it back to Cucci. Cucci going to give it over to Fansett. Fansett over to Hoydinga. Hoydinga over to Hoydinga. Rebounded by Hoydinga. Hoydinga for the shot. Rebounded by Hoydinga. Rebounded by Strang.
Became the Hoydinga show there for a second.
McKinley over to Berge. Berge for the shot. No good. Rebounded by Strang. Three for McKinley. No good. Rebounded by Berge. Berge over to Osborne. Stolen by Hoydinga. Hoydinga coming down the court, going to pass it to Hinton for the open two. Good. So 31-7, 1 minute, 43 seconds to go. It's going to be time out. believe it was Stags timeout. So the Ramblers just dominating this second quarter so far, as we'll see you after this break. Back to it now. 1 minute, 43 seconds to go. Stags ball trailing big. Going to be out to McKinley. McKinley going to stand at the three-point line. Pass it to Berge. Berge going to
Double
be
dribble.
a foul. As you said, double dribble. So the Ramblers get that ball back. It's going to be Hinton over to Torrey. Torrey going to pass it to Cucci. Cucci going to take the long two. No good. Rebounded by a Stag. Passed it over to McKinley. That was Robinson with the rebound. It's going to be McKinley back to Robinson. Robinson, lots of defenders. Going to be a foul on a Rambler. It's going to be McKinley now. McKinley over to Osborne. Osborne back to McKinley. McKinley over to Berge. Berge over to Osborne. Osborne over to Robinson. Robinson going to take the shot. No good. Take the rebound. Trouble with it.
More physicality in this game.
Yeah, a lot of effort to get that rebound, and that's definitely what you want to see to win ball games.
Rebounds matter a lot.
So it's going to be Ramblers ball now. It's going to be Torrey. Torrey going to pass it to Fansett. Fansett back to Torrey. Torrey going to go to Hinton. Hinton for the three. No good. Rebounded by a Rambler. Stolen by Strang of the Stags. Stolen by Fansett. Fansett going to get a foul.
This game is starting to look more like a Globetrotters game, with some wacky plays going on.
So now it's going to be Fansett to the line, looking to make it 33-7. First shot is good, so it's 32-7 now. 24 seconds left to go in this first half. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Hoydinga, taken by Berge.
Looks like there might have been some confusion.
Yeah. Ref's going to have to clarify with each other. It's going to remain Stags ball, though. It's going to be Berge over to McKinley. McKinley going to pass it to Osborne. Osborne over to Berge. Berge looking for an opening, not finding anything, giving it to Osborne. Osborne going to take a block from McKinley. 4 seconds to go. Over to Berge. Berge for the shot. No good. Rebounded by a Rambler. And that will do it for the first half. So the Ramblers absolutely dominating 32-7. We'll see how the Stags can respond in the next half.
Scholarship helped me achieve my educational dream by allowing me to attend a private college that I really didn't think that I could afford.
By allowing me to focus more on my academics and less about worrying constantly about the financial stressors, it allowed me to form relationships on my community campus, which helped me strive to be a better person, a better student, and a better future teacher.
So I remember taking a picture back in my first semester of college, and it was over $400 for 2 textbooks. And so every bit of money helps, and these scholarships helped me achieve my educational dream by coming back to McBain and helping our next generation of students succeed.
I could go and pursue the majors in education that I wanted to.
McLean Transmission and Auto Sales. Transmission repair and vehicle sales in Northern Michigan. Locally owned and operated. Being a member of the community means that we take pride in the work that we do for our neighbors. You can expect honest and expert service from us. Every repair, every sale, every time. Servicing Cadillac, Lake City, Manton, Mesick, Big Rapids, Traverse City, and surrounding areas. Located on 2730 South LaChance Road, Lake City, Michigan. Call us at 231-779-1394 or check out our website at McLainTransmission.com.
Welcome to Twisted Cow, a culinary journey you won't forget. Now serving food all year round. From our signature roll and wrap to our daily special, every bite celebrates flavor and tradition. Whether you're dining in with friends or grabbing a quick bite, we have something for everyone. Look us up on any browser at Twisted Cow to see our hours, location, and number to call in and order. Or dine with us at 123 Roland Street, McBain, Michigan. You know about McLean's excellence in auto repair and transmission work. Now he takes that same work ethic in selling mid-value SUVs and rest-free Southern trucks at an affordable price. These vehicles all have an exact description on his website at www.mclainsautosales.com, or you can just call today at 231-779-1394.
Here at Shepherd's Agency in downtown McBain, we are your local and trusted source for all your insurance needs. We truly appreciate our clients and we work hard to provide them with the best coverage at a fair price. If you're not already a client of ours, contact us and let us see what we can do for you. Call us at 231-825-2411. Stop in the office or visit us online at shepherdsagency.com. Reedy's is a family restaurant on Main Street in McBain. Their menu has something for everyone from kids' meals and pizza or burgers to their entrees such as grilled salmon, grilled tilapia, pasta dishes, and the best barbecue ribs or chicken around. Tuesday through Thursdays, Reedy's is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Fridays and Saturdays, they close at 9 p.m. And Sundays, they are not open at all. Food for your mood.
Hi folks, our annual Taste of Christmas is back.
Come and sample holiday favorites before you buy.
We'll have delicious prime rib, ham, brisket, and corned beef.
Plus our homemade salads, cheese, sausages, and our gift boxes.
Join us in Reed City or Everett, December 7th from 11 to 3, or in Falmouth, December 14th from 11 to 3.
So much to taste and see this Christmas at Evil's General Store, all around the great towns of Falmouth, Reed City, and Everett.
For people who desire a custom-built home in northern Michigan, Arrow Homes is the premier builder that specializes in creating stunning, high-quality custom homes that reflect each homeowner's unique style and needs. Unlike other home builders that rely on cookie-cutter designs, Arrow Homes partners closely with clients through every step of the process, from initial design concept to final walkthrough, creating a truly customized living space. With over 50 years of home building expertise using only the finest materials and the most skilled craftsmen, Arrow Homes constructs exceptional custom houses that owners are proud to call home.
Come shop at the family-owned Lakeside Hardware, where you'll always leave satisfied. We pride ourselves at giving customers top-of-the-line products such as Benjamin Moore paint, Traeger grills, Uni ovens, and much more. We provide great tools from companies like Milwaukee and DeWalt, but our best product is our customer service. Our friendly staff is always happy to help you get what you need to make a perfect house better. The price is always right here at Lakeside Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
back to it. And after broadcasting that first half, that great first half, I'm really grateful to be here. And I wouldn't be here if it weren't for L&J Meat Markets.
Go meat!
And that L&J Meat Markets fuels the Rambler Review crew. They just keep us going. And we wouldn't be here without so many of our great sponsors. You see them in our ads that we run every game. And just a huge thank you to all of them, especially L&J Meat Markets. But back to it, second half now. It's going to be you wouldn't call this a close game, I don't think. The Ramblers leading by 25. You just got to keep that padded lead, you know, up 25.
Just keep playing defense and getting those rebounds is all McBain really needs to do here.
Yeah, of course. In such a great defensive half, all you have to do is stick to that. And you have this game won. It's that simple.
For sure.
But if you're the Stags, just focus on your offense. So it's going to be Osborne over to McKinley. McKinley back to Osborne. Passes Osborne. Osborne not ready for it. Will go out of bounds, and the Ramblers going to get the ball right back.
Looks like a bit of miscommunication.
It's going to be Hinton over to Cucci. Cucci going to cross half court, just taking your time with a big lead. Passes over to Hinton. Hinton back to Cucci. Cucci for three, no good. Rebounded by Hoydinga. Hoydinga over to Hinton. Hinton having trouble with it, gets a defense. It's going to be taken by Cucci. Cucci going to try to find Hoydinga, no good. And it's going to be a tussle for the ball.
Is it going to be McBain's or is it going to be Kingsley's? It's McBain's, I think.
It will go to the Ramblers.
Great job in keeping the ball alive by McBain. I mean, just recovering it constantly.
It's going to be Cucci over to Reinick. And once again, another reach-in. That foul will be against Reinick, though. So the Stags get the ball. It's going to be Osborne over to McKinley. McKinley going to go back to Osborne. Osborne going to take a block. Pass it over to Deere. Deere over to Robinson. Robinson back to Osborne. Osborne over to McKinley. McKinley back to Osborne. Osborne looking for Patton, no good, and great rebound by Hoydinga.
Good job on keeping it in. I mean, that's quite hard to do.
It's going to be Reinick for three. So close. Rebounded by a Stag. Going to be passed out to McKinley. McKinley over to Osborne. Osborne looking for a teammate. Going to pass it to Deere. Deere over to Robinson. Robinson going to aggressively try to get that ball back. But it will be out on the Stags, so Ramblers going to get that ball.
It's always great to see a physical game, and repeating the first half, I mean, McBain and Kingsley are just staying physical.
Going to be Cucci with it. Cucci going to pass to Hinton. Hinton back to Cucci. Cucci over to Hoydinga. Hoydinga for the shot. Good. 34-7. Great passing, and then a great shot by, that was Ashlyn Hoydinga. It's going to be McKinley now. McKinley over to Osborne. Osborne's going to be stolen by Annika Hoydinga. Hoydinga going to throw it to Cucci. Cucci taking the long pass to Reinick. Reinick back to Cucci. Cucci going to have trouble with the pass. Going to be taken by the Stags. That was McKinley. McKinley over to Deere. Deere coming down with it. Deere with the shot. No good. Will be a foul. Foul was against the Stags, though, so Deere will come to the line trying to close this massive lead the Ramblers have. .537 to go left in the third. Deere's first shot will bounce around and then go through. So 34-8 now. It's going to be Madeline Fansett coming in for Hinton. Second shot from Deere. No good. So the Ramblers going to get that ball back, leading 34-8. It's going to be Fansett. Fansett over to Hoidinga. Hoidinga over to Cucci. Cucci over to Fansett. Fansett over to Hoidinga. Hoidinga for three. Good. I believe it was the second three we have seen go through today for either team. So 30, never mind, it was a long two. 36-8. So it's going to be over to Osborne. Osborne's shot no good. It's going to be a foul against the Ramblers, though, so she will come to the line.
You know what I love to see? The attempt to make a three-pointer. I mean, that just shows that they have confidence in themselves, and that's always great in basketball.
I really thought that was a three, though I am looking at it from the opposite side of the court.
You need glasses.
I know. First free throw will be good. Going to be 36-9 now.
Shout out Meat Market so this guy can get glasses.
It's going to be Osborne now looking to cut the lead to 26. And she will. So it's going to be Hoidinga over to Cucci. It's going to be Cucci driving in, passes it to Hoidinga. Hoidinga's shot good. So I really like the Ramblers driving in. It seems to be working for them well today. It's going to be McKinley over to Osborne. Stolen by Hoidinga. Hoidinga with an open court. Stops and shoots. It's going to make it 40-10 now, Ramblers.
Great job by both Hoidinga girls. I mean, they've been playing this game really well tonight, and they've been key parts of this team.
It's going to be Cucci now against Osborne. Osborne for the long two. It's going to be tipped. Rebounded by Robinson. Robinson's shot is good. So 40-12 now. 4.5 minutes to go in the third. It's going to be Torrey. Torrey over to Hoidinga. Hoidinga over to Hoidinga. Hoidinga for three. Good. So there is the second three of today. 43-12. 4 minutes to go. It's going to be McKinley now. McKinley over to Osborne. Osborne over to Patton, but it will be knocked out by Cucci. So it's going to be McKinley over to Berge. Berge going to have some trouble with it. Go back to McKinley. McKinley over to Deere. Deere looking for a lane. Will take the shot. No good. Rebounded by Hoidinga. And a foul. Foul will be on the Stags, so it's going to be yeah, it's going to be Ramblers ball. So it's going to be out to Torrey. Torrey coming down the court fast. Over to Cucci. Cucci for three. No good. Rebounded by Robinson. Robinson going to try to get it to McKinley. McKinley will have it with trouble. Going to pass it way down the court to Berge. Berge over to Patton. Patton's shot is good. So I'd like to see the Stags do a little more of that long passing down the court. Seems to work for the Ramblers, so why not them? It's going to be Cucci over to Hoidinga. Hoidinga over to Fansett. Fansett's three, no good. Rebounded by Berge.
Seems like every shot from the Ramblers has either been a long two or a three.
Yeah, and it's been working pretty good so far. We've seen some of those long twos and long threes get cashed in. But I'd like to see them be in that paint more. It seems to work more and more. It's going to be Berge over to McKinley. McKinley coming down the court. McKinley going to pass it to number 23. McKinley for three. No good. Rebounded by Hoidinga. Hoydinga going to try to find Fansett. Fansett with trouble. It's going to be out of bounds. That was Berge, though, pushing it out, so the Ramblers will keep the ball.
I mean, Kingsley, they need to focus on defense quite a bit. And
it's going to be Fansett. Takuchi for the open three. No good.
So far, it's been working a little bit, but they also need to get their offense going quite a bit. I mean,
Hoydinga for two. No good.
A serious lack of offense in this second half.
Yeah, and they've only scored about, what was it? How many points this quarter?
7.
7. So not so bad, but still, you definitely want to see a lot more from your team.
I mean, that's the same amount they had in the first half.
It's going to be Hoydinga. First free throw is no good.
So they're definitely picking it up.
Yeah, and that's kind of what you want to see, is just carry momentum into your next game if you can't win this one. Second free throw will be good, so 44-14, Ramblers up by 30. It's going to be McKinley now, passing it way down to Berge. It's going to hit Berge's hand and then go out of bounds, so ball goes back to the Ramblers. Reakt going to come in for Cucci. Torrey going to pass it to Reakt. Reakt going to give it right back to Torrey. Torrey going to cross half court. Torrey going to pass it to Hoydinga. Hoydinga try for three. Loses the ball. Taken by Reakt. Pass to Torrey. Torrey tries to pass. Going to be taken by Strang. Strang has trouble with it. Right back to Torrey. Torrey going to take the long pass to Reakt. Reakt not able to reel it in.
Great defense by Kingsley. I mean, I liked how they set the trap at half court. That was a really good job. If they just keep adding pressure to that McBain offense, I mean, they could probably get quite a few steals here and maybe convert those to points.
Yeah, and it's going to be McKinley with the ball now. McKinley looking for an open teammate to pass to. It's going to be over to Strang. Strang now looking for a teammate, going to pass it out to McKinley. McKinley, once again, looking to pass, going to give it right back to Strang. Strang over to McKinley. McKinley charging in, going to pass it out of bounds. So they will say it touched a Rambler, so it's going to be Stag's ball still. Going to be McKinley passing it out. Ramblers looking for some of that close defense here. It's going to be McKinley over to Robinson. Robinson's two is good, so 44-16, 1 minute, 40 seconds to go in the third. It's going to be Torrey now. Torrey going to drive in, pass it out to Annika Hoydinga. Hoydinga over to Reakt. Reakt for three, no good. Rebounded by the Ramblers. It's going to be Fansett. Fansett's two is good. So some congested court over there, but the Ramblers able to take 2 points. It's going to be McKinley now, blocked by Fansett. Stag's ball still.
More tough defense. Like all game.
It's going to be McKinley over to Berge. Berge driving in for the shot, no good. Rebounded by Reakt. Reakt going to pass to Torrey. Torrey got a tough defense. Stolen by Berge, taken by Hoydinga. Hoydinga over to Torrey. Torrey over to Hoydinga. Hoydinga over to Fansett. Trouble with it. Hoydinga takes it for three. Good. So 49. They're going to say it's a long two. 48-16.
It's okay. The Hoydinga twins. Walking buckets.
Yeah, and I really thought that was a three. I was all excited and everything, but 48-16, 20 seconds to go. Strang for the shot, no good. Rebounded by Torrey.
Here, they might get a three right now. You never know. It's
going to be into Hoydinga. Hoydinga for the sky hook. No good. It's going to be rebounded, but trouble passing it out, so it's going to be taken by Wagner. And that will conclude the third quarter, so the Ramblers just still taking over. The Stags still showing a little fight with a few scores. 48-16 is your total. 8 minutes to go left in this game.
Northern Truck Service, established in 2015 by John Skierbeck. It's a full diesel mechanic shop that can do anything from changing a light bulb to a full rebuild. With a stock of most parts, they can get you back on the road in no time.
Back to it now. We have 25 seconds left in this timeout. That gives us time to talk. So it's been all about the Ramblers today. I mean, the points say they've been doing pretty good on offense, but how about this defense so far, only holding that team to 16 points through 3 quarters?
I mean, it's pretty good. You don't see that too often in basketball.
So that will end the timeout. It's going to be Stags ball, I believe.
Oh, it's McBain's.
It will be McBain's ball. It's going to be Hinton. Hinton going to throw it to Coochie. Coochie going to pass to Reinick. Reinick over to Hinton. Hinton over to Coochie. Coochie for the long 3. No good.
I was just going to say, I hope we see more three-pointers shot. You love to see it. They're so satisfying when they make it in.
Yeah, and it just brings some excitement. Not that this game isn't exciting. I mean, lots of scoring so far from the Ramblers.
I mean, I'm hype.
It's going to be McKinley. Over to Berge. Berge over to Wagner. Wagner for the shot. Taken by Hinton. Hinton coming down the court. Going to pass it to Ashlyn Hoydinga. Hoydinga back to Hinton. Hinton over to Coochie. Coochie over to Reinick. Reinick over to Ashling Hoydinga. Hoydinga for 2, no good. It's going to be Strang with the rebound. Strang over to McKinley. McKinley over to Berge. Berge coming in with it. Finds some open space. Trouble with the ball. Out of bounds. So it's going to be Hinton now. Hinton over to Coochie. Coochie coming in. Coochie for the shot. No good. Rebounded by Hoydinga. Hoydinga for the shot. That time it will be good. So 50-16 now. Ramblers leading. 6:49 to go.
It looks like McBain switched back to their first quarter offense where they just drive into the paint and go for layups or two-pointers.
And why not with a big lead like this? You just slow that game down on your own part.
Yeah.
Going to be McKinley to pass this one out. Over to Berge. Stolen by Reinick. Reinick with an open court coming down. Shot is good. So 52-16.
She absolutely dunked that ball.
Yeah, what a steal, and then just that easy run down the court for the 2. It's going to be McKinley now. McKinley. Out of bounds. Going to be Hinton over to Torrey. Torrey coming in with it now. Going to be stolen. I believe that was passing it over to McKinley. McKinley blocked by Hoydinga. Hoydinga with the rebound. What a block. You could hear that slap from across the court. It's going to be Torrey now. Torrey going to pass it over to Zorn. Zorn back to Torrey. Torrey for 3. No good. It's going to be Strang now over to McKinley. McKinley, no good. .536 to go. McKinley going to come to the line after that foul. Lots of substitution now coming in for the Ramblers. It's going to be Annika Hoydinga coming in for Ashlyn Hoydinga. And Fansett coming in for Hinton. First free throw, no good, so only able to cut down the lead by 1. If this is good, which it will not be. Rebounded by Tori. Tori coming down the court. Tori gonna pass it over to Tori for 3. No good. That was Tori passing to Fansett, and then Fansett back to Tori, and then the 3 from Tori, no good. And hey, the Ramblers have been shooting threes.
I love to see it.
We'll see if they keep counting these as long twos. I don't believe it, but we'll get one of these soon. I can feel it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it will be a timeout, so we'll see you after this break.
Welcome to Twisted Cow, a culinary journey you won't forget. Now serving food all year round. From our signature roll and wrap to our daily special, every bite celebrates flavor and tradition. Whether you're dining in with friends or grabbing a quick bite, we have something for everyone. Look us up on any browser at Twisted Cow to see our hours, location, and number to call in and order. Or dine with us at 123 Roland Street, McBain, Michigan.
We're back. Welcome back, everybody.
20 seconds left in this timeout, 4th quarter. And the Ramblers, they've pretty much got this one sealed away. 5:24 to go, up a lot of points. We'll see, though. They just have to drain that clock. Gonna be passed out to Cucci. Cucci over to Reineck. Reineck for 3, no good. So it's gonna be Stag's ball. Strang over to McKinley. McKinley over to Strang. Strang back to McKinley. McKinley over to Deere. Deere for 3. No good. So 5 minutes left to go in this 4th quarter. So it's going to be Stag's ball. I guess they'll say it hit a Rambler's hand on the block, and that's why it went so astray. It's going to be passed out to Deere. Deere going to come in with it. Deere going to pass it out to McKinley. McKinley going to try to get it to Robinson. Robinson keeping it in play. Going to be taken by Reineck, though. Reineck coming down the court. Going to pass it over to Fansett. Fansett for 2 is good. So 54-16, 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go.
Remarkable play. I mean, just running through the Stags' defense just to score like that is incredible.
Going to be McKinley for the long 2, good. So 54-18. It's going to be Cucci now. Cucci going to pass it to Reineck. Reineck over to Hoydinga. Hoydinga for 2, good. 56-18 now. Rapid fire scoring in a not-so-close game.
It's been very one-sided so far.
Yeah, for sure. And you got to credit that Ramblers offense scoring all over, and then, of course, the defense just holding them. It's going to be McKinley looking for Deere, blocked by Reineck. Now it'll be Patton passing it out. Patton gonna find Osborne. Osborne going to call a play. Going to take a block, and it's going to be foul. Just going to be a push on the pick. Too much there. So the Ramblers going to get that ball back. Going to be fan set over to Cucci. Cucci going to take her time at half court. Going to pass it to Reakt. Reakt over to Bovin. Bovin not going to be able to reel it in, so ball goes back to the Stags with 3:37 to go. So the ball will go to Osborne from Patton. Osborne going to pass it to Valencia. Valencia for three, no good. Now it's going to be Fanset. Fanset's going to give it to Cucci. Cucci going to take her time at half court once again. Going to pass it back to Fanset. Fanset over to Hoydinga. Hoydinga over to Bovin. Taken by a Stag. Rebounded by Hoydinga. And Hoydinga with the step back shot. Good. 58-18. Ramblers now leading by 40.
More Hoydinga shooting. Great job.
Going to be Osborne passing it to Patton. Patton for the shot. Good. So 58-20. Trying to not lose by 40. It's going to be Cucci now.
They can still come back. Anything is possible. There's still 2 minutes left.
Yeah, and really just build momentum for your next game. I know it's a tough start to the season. Cucci for three, no good. Rebounded by Hoydinga. Hoydinga's shot is good, so 60-20 now. And as I was saying, it's definitely not how you want to start your season, but you just got to build momentum because it's not over. 0-1 doesn't mean your season is over. You can still fight back. It's going to be Patton now. Foul. So it's going to be against the Ramblers. It's going to be Patton to Osborne. Osborne taking her time, looking for a lane. Going to be passed out to Patton. Patton to Osborne, taken by Cucci. Cucci coming down, outrunning everybody. Open court for two. No good. Rebounded by Hoydinga. Hoydinga will put this one through. So 62-20 now. 1 minute 30 to go in this ball game. It's going to be Patton. Flipped out by Hoydinga. Patton tried to keep it in bounds, but couldn't manage. So the Ramblers still going to get that ball. So now it's going to be Torrey over to Cucci. Cucci looking to run what's left on this clock. I'm going to pass it out to Fanset. Going to go to Zorn. Zorn having trouble with it. Going to be taken by Osborne. Osborne going to pass it over. Blocked by Torrey. Osborne looking for Robinson. As the 42 seconds on the clock begin to drain. It's going to be Torrey over to Cucci. Cucci going to find that is number 22, Vandewater. Vandewater going to pass it to Zorn. Zorn going to give it to Cucci. And will be a foul. So now it's going to be Osborne. Osborne for the half court. No good. That will do it. Your final 62-20. So the JV Girls Ramblers basketball team starting off hot with a 42-point win against the Kingsley Stags.